And welcome back, guys, to Quad V. We'll bring you guys live coverage from the Qnatek Summer Battles. Apologise for the little mishap, but it's okay. We've got Machine on the server now, so we should be ready to go. It is the Grand Finals, Western Wolves versus Team Cooler Master Gaming. And Team Cooler Master will be starting off with a 1-0 advantage as they are coming from the upper brackets, whereas Western Wolves had to fight their way back after actually losing to TCM. So they're fighting their way from the lower bracket, which means they have to win a map. Once they do, though, they'll be able to crossfire and they can stand their chance to take that first place prize. Either way, we're going to be jumping into the matchup now. It is myself and, just to show you at the bottom, Machine with me.
Just got in.
Just got in. Are you ready for this? Are you ready to go, Machine?
I am prepared.
Right, so going to start us off with the first round here. I'm going to jump in with the scopes. Do love the scopes. Quick little roster rundown as he makes his way over to the position that he will be playing. For Western Wolves, we've got Fantasy, Ono, Myson, Chibi, and Froz. And then for TCM, we've got Lavashmir, King, Paradox, Jaws, and Hitch. Chibi, Paradox going now to a very nice nade there from Chibi. Has been using that one for a lot of the tournament here. And we do see Myson making his way over towards the Ruins area. Guys, do feel free to tweet out the link. Spread the love. Let's get this game maxed on the numbers. Now, at the moment, we do see TCM only down to one more player. It is Lavashmir. Although, he is actually in a good position. He knows where... He's close to two of the players. Takes out Chibi to play off to his left-hand side, and Tank spraying through Red Container. Not going to connect with anything. We do see Fantasy moving back towards mid, though. Looks like he's going to try and catch off Lavashmir, making his way through mid. Tags him up. Lavashmir will be able to regen, though. Myson gets the bomb down. That's one less objective to worry about. Lavashmir making his way around the corner. Oh, he's right by the barrels.
Oh!
These two are literally so close to each other. They're not going to find each other, though, and they will be able to carry on. And let's see if Lavashmir can maybe find Myson in towards that A side. Although... he is making his way into the bomb site, has taken down Myson, goes for the defuse. He fakes it first, and this means Fantasy's going to peek in there, have a look, see what is going on at the moment.
Oh dear.
But unfortunately, there's not enough time. He won't be able to get the defuse in the light bug there. We've been playing the backlog light fix the whole game, and it seems the finals when it matters, we accidentally forgot to put it on. Either way, though, do take away for the second round.
Alright, I'm actually going to take AK, going to go with Froz, because he's got a nice fast spawn. I just want to see how Western Wolves do approach a fast AK spawn. Looks like he's going straight to garden, hoping to avoid the nades, and does so with ease. Making his way now to mid-house. Gone for the very safe route into it. However, he is still there with some speed. Looks to be opting for the top mid, as he goes to get that prime position, looking for the picks on the A side. Doesn't get one. Tubi does start off with, as he means to go on, though. Taking down Paradox. Scope once again out of the equation for TCM, as King brings it straight back onto Ono. Both scopes taken down now. And that is, of course, if they've even chosen that class, Backlot being one of those maps where we do get a bit of variation in the scope choice. Still, 4v3, Western Wolves on the disadvantage. Froz looking to change that, going to stay with him now. Mr. King gets another, and Hitch follows on. 4v1, Froz the only man left, and it's not going to last long with King picking up his third frag of that round, and we see a very swift and very comfortable first round for TCM.
Alright, you guys are going to hate me for a very small moment, but I need to just quickly fix a small little detail, as I think Machine is actually just a little bit too loud for my program, so I'm just going to quickly hop in here, just change his volume down, make that a 7 instead of a 9.
I apologise.
A lot of, it's mean, don't worry, I should have checked this beforehand. It is my fault. Don't worry though, guys, we are back into this one, so should all be fixed, and we are going to be watching Lavashmir. He has made his way towards back A, has been able to dodge all those nades, although a player has dropped per side. George and Ono down a piece. Now, Lavashmir trying to hold this all on his own. There we go, Fantasy's nade rings in. Lavashmir does go down. Very late nades here from Western Wolves as they finally do move into this bomb side. Myson once again should be able to get this bomb done. There shouldn't be too much problem with it. No spray coming out from mid. King is still over towards Albin actually. And looks like he's been able to flank around from MG, spraying towards the mid bin. Actually gets tagged up a bit there from the mid bin area. Myson takes out Hitch. And with that superior upper position, able to call to Fantasy. Fantasy gets the final frag there onto Hitch, which means that it's going to be 2-1. Western Wolves taking the lead so far. Remember, guys, they need this map to stay in it. Otherwise, TCM take it in one map, and it's all done.
Alright then, so Paradox has been struggling these previous rounds, purely just to the pressure being put on him by Western Wolves. It's going to take it away with him. He's got the scope, he's on defense, and let's see where he goes with this. Lots of smoke from Western Wolves on the B side. Has found an opening though, towards MG. Oh, and it catches a glimpse of an AK. Doesn't manage to land the frag though, as he does opt for a very nice position up in Laundry. Haven't seen that before. As King gets the frag onto Fantasy. Once again, the AKs for TCM are doing Great work around that mid area as we are swiftly once again into a 5v3 and Western Wolves on the disadvantage. To bring it back though was Mycian rather. He does get taken down by Paradox once again. Finally Paradox is having some pressure put on him by an SMG, but that was Tubi, and Tubi is long gone now. Tubi and Froz, brothers in arms here as they make their way down that tin road. Push that mid player. There's a player in Elben though that's going to be watching him as well, and surely he's going to get pushed by George. Does so, and now suddenly 1v4. Froz once again last man standing, and isn't going to last long. And really nice work from Hitch and King, I have to say. Just that the opening frags from the AKs is unusual, but very effective.
Right, I'm going to do this one because I'm like a pro right now. I'm going to drop him down all the way to 5 because you are seemingly so ecstatic for this one that my application is just like, whoa, dude, red lines, man. Just don't talk that loud.
I'm so sorry.
We are back into this one. We should be fine now. I'm pretty sure it's all good now. Okay, so Paradox are going to be pushing up towards top runes. He's actually making his way all the way to the exposed part. So he's got to watch out for nades, but then again he will be able to cover his teammates all the way over on A. Unfortunately for him, there is no one there. Some fire coming in from Shubi in mid. Takes out George through the fence. Luckily, Lavishmi wasn't lined up, otherwise he would have been part of the equation too. I do see TCM were reduced down to 3 members. Just tapping away with that AK, making sure that no one's walking out of that edge, and also just applying pressure so that they don't actually peek him, because he wants to stay alive by any means possible. Is a player off to his left hand side, just behind the wall. I believe that is Labashmi. Yeah, you can see that. Chibi is still sitting in mid, waiting for someone to push out. It's not going to happen though. Fantasy moving forward. Looks like he's a little bit nervous about planting the bomb, or they're hoping to just get one more pick. Maybe find out where the TCM players are. Hasn't faked it too much either though. He has actually dropped the bomb, and now it looks like he's trying to pick it back up. Tries to move off the bomb, still not picking up. Wiggs takes a big step back, and I'm finally able to pick up that bomb. Now it is a 2-on-2 Hitch, nailing down Froz. Fantasy really wants to find this player in A. I'm guessing they must have had a massive hunch that there is a player in A. Oh, Hitch coming in from mid. Takes out Fantasy. Chibi gets the reply, and though now he's going to have to rush over to A as soon as he can. The last player, I mean, they were expecting him to be over at A, so Chibi's going to be really nervous trying to get this bomb down. He's going to have to clear it as quick as he can, but no, Labashmi has just calmly got to lay down towards top A, and he will just pick off Chibi as he goes towards the bomb.
I'll tell you now, I know it's early steps, but I think this is going to be quite a final. Western Wolves are going to have to really put the pressure on for this map, like you said. And for that reason, I'm going to go with Shubi. Shubi getting his nade up towards Girders. Once again, they really are avoiding Great Car. However, Garden, no pressure, no nades to Garden, and they're going to want to take advantage of that as swiftly as possible. As Ono gets a great spray into King, that's one of the AKs down. As Shubi makes his way to front A with ease. No smokes there. Oh, sorry, too much smoke there to much of a threat from Paradox. Nice play from Tubi once again. Takes down Lubishmin, but not before he's already got 2 frags onto the players in A. 3v2 this time. The advantage is in the Wolves' hands. Or I should say pause. Tubi pushing towards lower ruin. Hitch once again brings it to level playing field, but not for long if Tubi gets this frag onto Paradox. Taking his time, stalking his prey.
Explosives planted.
Wolves are usually pack animals, but this time Tubi is on his own, making his way back, and not going to risk anything, making his way to Girders. Ono as well in A. Hitch has got a mountain to climb and 30 seconds to do so. Bots one on Girders, or he should have at least. Wait, towards front A. Really cautious of mid, however there isn't a player in there. Western Wolves have gone straight back towards the Girders area, and one top A as well. Leaps out to Girders, going to get taken down by Shubi, and Shubi took his time and very clinical. 3 frags that round, and we do see 3-3 level playing field once again.
You really do make me work for my own machine. Right, if you're not right now, then just move away from your microphone. But we should be fine, he should be fixed now. I apologize for everyone, this is like one of those running goes, you know. Touch base, but we are heading off once again. We'll quick look at the scoreboard before we head over and see what is happening here for the TCM side. Looking a lot stronger though, they have started off with 2 opening frags. Myself with an nade frag of his own, and Fantasy also replying there. So it is even playing fields, only a mere 20 seconds into the round. Fantasy holding that mid area, not really using the full SMG to its full advantage as a poking and prodding device, trying to find gaps in the defense of TCM. Although TCM are sitting down very tight, so they really don't want to give Fantasy that opportunity anyway. Froz slowly crawling around, using that AK, and that's something I feel that SMG should be doing. That's something I feel that Fantasy should be in that position. But it looks like they have decided that they are going to be going towards A, and we should be able to see him now move over here into the bomb site. There we go. Fantasy takes out George. Paradox and Hitch rather far away from the bomb side, actually. Paradox towards 10, Hitch actually still towards top runes. Nate lands on 10, but just as Myson is able to, as Paradox is able to get out of that one. Frost takes out Paradox, which means it's all up to Hitch. Problem for him is that he is very far away. Myson coming under fire, but luckily he's got impenetrable barrels of explosives that cannot blow up, so he's got nothing to worry about. We will see Hitch going down to the hands of Myson, and that'll mean the Western Wolves take the lead with only one round.
Alrighty then, Lieberschmier's got a pretty fast A spawn. Go see how he plays with it, and I'm sorry, I'm going to talk very quiet.
No, now you shouldn't talk quietly, because I fix you. You need to talk loudly now.
Okay, I apologise. Okay, Lieberschmier getting his nade up towards that MG area. Nade is going to wait, taking their time. Don't need to get too fast in, because Western Wolves are taking their time as well, with a late nade from Myson. Just spanks two TCM players out to heaven, and now King is going to have to pick up the pieces of that A site. Surely what Western Wolves are going to swarm over it. 2B does go down to King. King surely not going to get the wall back on this bomb. Doesn't. Ono gets the frag onto Hitch though, and we are straight away into a 4v2. Paradox with the frag onto Ono though. Ono has opted for AK alongside Paradox, so no scopes on this map at the moment. Froz with the frag onto Paradox though, leaving King in a very sticky situation. 3 players to find. The bomb isn't going to be going down though, it's actually going to B, so safety first for the Western Wolves side. Fantasy has been given the job of dealing with King. So we'll go with him, as King is well aware of Fantasy's positioning. Fantasy doesn't want to take a risk and doesn't need to as he gets the frag. 5-3, and there you go.
So, yeah, like you said, 5-3, 2 rounds difference, looking really good for the Western Wolves side. We do see George currently sitting on 1 for 6, and that's not a TCM player in my books. He's got to perform really well. So let's give George some love. Maybe it's just a little bit of commentator's luck that he needs. Everyone, send him your positive energy and let him feel the love. He's going to be waiting out those nades. I think he's learned his lesson from the last round, although we're still pretty close there. Frost takes out Lieberschmier with that opening nade. Hitch, though, getting a reply, so Fantasy has gone down. George not peeking out too much. Again, just holding his position, although he has got a teammate on tank. So he should feel confident pushing forward at least. On a taking out King, though. Hitch takes out 2. Froz and Myson both going down. And now George...
And the bomb as well.
Can he get this frag? Oh, he is stalking Ono. Does tag him up. Arnold's able to get away. Oh, and Hitch steals it. You evil man. Nade comes in from Tubi all the way from Radhole. And Tubi definitely heard that drop. Oh, he definitely heard it. And there you go. Hitch will be the last one to go down for the TCM side. And that'll be Western Wolves taking another one to push them to a 6-3 lead. 3 rounds now favouring them.
Very nice.
And make them feel very comfortable, no doubt.
Yeah, no doubt, and I think Tubi's got a great spawn to kind of keep this aggression up. He's not taking any risks, just going straight in, waiting for that fast nade, and then he's straight on to the A site. Obviously, TCM have been had some bad experiences with nades in the past, so they have waited for it, and that's going to punish George straight away. Tubi did spot the other player. He's also spotted one strafing, but Paradox gets the frag, vital frag there, as that aggressive SMG into 8 has been well and truly taken down. Now, where it gets interesting. Ono is already on the top 8 area. Froz babysitting him from L-Bend. And the bomb, Myson, the bomb animal, manages to get that down. And so you now have 3 AKs and an SMG, all in the sole purpose of defending those explosives. Lieberschmier brings it to 3v3 though. Fantasy taken out. Lieberschmier and King pushed forward. Suddenly it's just Lieberschmier on front A. Gets heavily tagged as well. Paradox takes down Myson, but Froz is straight on his tails. Paradox with the second onto Froz, and suddenly 1v1, 18 seconds to do so, and Ono just has to play the waiting game now. Spots him and doesn't need to wait for anything, gets the wall bang, 7-3, and Western Wolves extending their very comfortable lead.
It is really not one of those situations where, I mean, it's coming down close. Every single round's either like a 1 versus 1, 1 versus 2, but it seems Western Wolves are stealing away those rounds bit by bit. We don't have a scope for the Western Wolves side at this point in time, so let's have a look and see what Fantasy's doing as he's going to be making his way towards mid. Seems like he feels very comfortable with his SMG in the mid areas. He's going to be going for the jump out into mid. Yes, he is. But unfortunately for him, Hitch just happens to be watching that very spot and is quickly exterminated. Now we do see Paradox taking out on it. We see Myson also looking back towards MG. It looks like that one was called for his teammates. It is Paradox is going to have to fall back. He doesn't want to extend himself too far and disconnect it from his teammates. But with a deagle like that, he probably shouldn't have much to worry about. And a scope to follow up onto Myson. And now it is all on Tubi. And he's not in the best of situations, as he's all the way over towards 10. Doesn't have the bomb with him. The bomb is actually, it seems like, on the side of MG at this point in time. So he's going to have to see what he can do. And there we go, it's the end of it. Paradox there with, I believe, his 4th frag of the round to close it off. And looking good as the 3-round lead now extends him once more. No, I lied. As TCM clawed back, because of course they were the round down.
There you go. Alright then, Georgie Porgy putting some pie. He manages to get into A. No, he doesn't. Chuby with a nade straight in, and that's going to open up the aggression once again from Western Wolves. Chuby looking for a second, not going to happen as King, and I believe it was Luberschmidt, make their way into the A site to make up for that early loss. Suddenly 3v2 though, Bomb on its way to B, as I believe the calls are mid and A, and rightfully so. Ono gets another frag on A though, which is going to make Myson question his decision. The bot player is in mid, it's King, and now King has just as much of a decision to make. Looks like Myson's opted for A, and it's a good choice. King is still on JCB though, so front A is a risk. King betting that B play, but Ono is there on top A to bring a comfortable 8-4 half, and very nice from Western Wolves.
I find it very peculiar that George is currently playing the way he is. Hopefully he'll be able to pick it up here on the attacking side. It means the TCM will be able to have that little bit of control over the pace of the match. See if they can maybe flush out Western Wolves on either of the bomb sites and grab a couple of rounds here, as they are currently 4 rounds down. Of course, if they win this map, they will be winning the finals overall, or they will be winning the tournament overall. But at the moment, it looks like Western Wolves have got a firm grip on this one, and they don't want to let it go. As I mentioned earlier, guys, if you do want to follow us, you guys can check us out. I am @Menace on Twitter, and there's facebook.com/MachineCod4 to check out my co-commentator. I say co-commentator.
I really do need to get Twitter, don't I?
It's like equal commentary, really. Yeah, I think you should. You just really should. Right, so going to start off here with the scopes on the... I do enjoy watching the scope, so it looks like Paradox is actually going to go for the AK. Honor hasn't actually opted to go for the scope on the defending side, which isn't uncommon. I have seen him play an AK a lot on this map. We will likely see Myson stealing scope every so often when he wants to go towards top A. Or also depends on how he feels like. Nade going out towards the mid area. I could believe that it's around tank 2. And the bomb's gone down very quickly from Paradox. Wow. Hitch in there covering his teammate. But it's really up to Western Wolves to bring this one back. Lovely shot there from Chibi through the floors. Actually going to take out Hitch. Looks like they're going to squeeze in for the defuse. Just actually fakes it at the moment. Stacks up with his teammates. Got to be very careful about that. Finds a player in Albin. King taking out Fantasy. And Chibi's going to be right back into call. And he needs to find this player in A. Paradox takes out King. Deagle out for Chibi. Will be able to secure the round for them and get that defuse in, meaning that it's going to be a lovely 9-4 scoreline in favor of Western Wolves.
And that should have gone TCM's way. I mean, I think Paradox's team kill certainly didn't help the situation, but that was a big mistake for TCM. Great play from Western Wolves, though. I mean, I don't think TCM could have done much more than they did. As I'm going to go with Shubi purely because he has a shotgun. Looks like he's going aggressive AK, and I do love to see some aggressive AK play. Looks like he's waking his way straight through mid, evading that mid spray, and looks like he's going to put some pressure from the mid bin. Gets the frag to George. George really having trouble, but Luberschmidt is in mid to take him down. Froz Ruins knows there's a player around there. Pushing up towards Ruin. King gets the frag onto Myson, doing a great job there. Now he just become aware from behind. King is checking his behind. Froz is there. Froz goes down to King. Luberschmidt with a frag onto Fantasy, and a very nice round from TCM to bring 9-5 and just a little bit closer, trying to close that gap between Western Wolves.
Chibi currently sitting on 18 frags for his team, which is a rather phenomenal scoreline from him. Going to take it away with Fantasy though, as we do see that he is the man that has the front spawn and the SMG, which for me is a combination for glorious things. But whether Fantasy is going to utilize it to its full extent, it doesn't seem so at the moment. Looks like TCM are focusing over towards the B side, which means that Fantasy won't be able to get into too much action at this point in time. But we'll be able to throw out a nade. I think that's actually going to connect with, I was going to say with a player that's sitting over towards Albin. Unable to find him though. We did see Paradox moving over here with MG. He has got scope in hand. Labashmir taking out Chibi as Paradox now decides to move forward. Deagle, wow. The Paradox's Deagle has always been something that's rather phenomenal to me. He rarely ever misses with that thing. And now we see Paradox peeking out towards mid. Looks like he's trying to find one more kill to secure the bomb site there on B. But with Labashmir taking out Myson and Fantasy killing George, they're now going to know that Honor's the one over towards the B side, and they're just going to have to cover him and hope for the best. Where is Honor?
Explosives planted.
Seems I cannot find him.
Yeah.
Oh, he is dead. Sorry, ProMod Overlay lies to me all the time. It is Froz. Froz here on the B side now, going to making his way forward onto the bomb. He doesn't look like he's too sure where the planter went, so he's going to make his way slowly forward. Player off to his right hand side is Lubishme, although Hitch coming in from mid-roof takes him out. Fantasy gets the reply, but not before Paradox shuts him down, which means that TCM, again, closing the gap though from 4 rounds down to 3, while getting ever closer. But they're going to have to keep up this form for quite a few more rounds if they want to bring this one back. George, I mean, the whole of TCM was sitting on 13 and 14 frags. We have George on 1.
And I can't help but feeling that besides his individual performance, I think for TCM to bring it back from this, Western Wolves are really going to be talking to themselves now that they need to change something. Obviously, what they're doing at the moment is not working, especially straight away as we do see 2 frags going TCM's way. Frost looking to change that one to Paradox. And this is where Western Wolves are starting to get a little bit sweaty, a little bit, those palms are not so dry as they started. You see 4v2. King looking to change it, make it 4v1. It's Ono to go down. Lubishme picking up the pieces as he dives to his death. That should be too much of an issue. Meissen left to go 1v3. He's getting bullets firing left, right, and centre. George is the man to get his 2nd frag of the final. Sitting on 2 for 12, and we do see 9-7, and another round go their way.
They need to slow down the pace here, but Western Wolves cannot let TCM start running away with this. As soon as the pace starts picking up, you know, you've got to speed everything up, your reactions, your thinking, the works, and that's when things, you know, mistakes start happening for Western Wolves by the looks of it. So, gonna have to try and see if Western Wolves can start slowing down the pace of TCM, maybe just corner them off at MG a little bit more, even if it's just, you know, laying down a barrage of fire for, in a direction towards them. I mean, it doesn't have to be on a player, but as long as you're keeping them from peeking out, you should be fine. Lubishme, they're going to go peek towards front A. I believe he's got his teammate here on the left-hand side of A, working with him. Who is that? Oh, it is actually Paradox with Scope and Bomb. A rather odd combination for Paradox to go forward with. Is able to find the track towards top A there. That one is made rather easy. Pulls out the Scope once he's got the location secured. Lubishme onto Fantasy, and that's pretty much opened up that whole A bomb site. Chibi takes out Lubishme though, so Paradox knows he's got to be a little bit careful. He's going to fake it out and run away, see where that spray is going to be coming from, and making sure that Chibi isn't actually going towards front A or anything like that. And here we see Paradox maybe thinking about rotating back. Has spotted a player towards the B side, or MG, and the hawk eye view of Paradox. Going to continue rotating. Does really look like they are thinking about going towards B. Hitch making his way up. When he comes around this corner, he might actually find himself a frag or 2. Does find 1. Spots the second one. It's going to be called. Paradox moves forward, grabs both of the frags. Froz and Ono gone down, but they must not stack up here. Chibi takes out 1. He spotted the second. He's tagged up Hitch. Hitch has done the exact same though. Chibi doesn't really know what to expect. He's rather going to run away and just hope that there's enough time for the bomb to go down. Oh, and he played that one so smart. He's able to get away from that bomb site. Bomb won't go down, and Western Wolves win by default.
I tell you what, you just saw his mind process just kind of implode as he suddenly realised he had 6 seconds and he didn't know whether to chase. Chibi was on, running away. But there you go, great play from Chibi. Moving on though, we do see 10-7, and finally Western Wolves get a round after what happened to be quite a nice, tasty looking comeback from TCM. Let's see if they can maintain this lead now as Paradox runs the bomb over the wall towards Ruins. Oh, there's a player waiting for him. It is Ono. Ono gets taken down by the dealer. He's not going to be happy with that one at all, as Paradox does situate himself quite nicely to take down that top A player. Meissen goes down as well. Paradox doing an absolutely brilliant job of destroying the A bomb site. Misses that one though, and Chubi punishes him for it. As we do go into a 4v2, Ono and Chubi left to go clutch. Not going to happen there. Where is Ono? He's got a lot of work to do, and I don't think it's Ono, it's Fantasy. Ono did go down. Fantasy towards that laundry wall. Which might even connect, doesn't, but he's not going to land a hip fire either. Looking for the Deagle frag. Is he going to land it? No, Lubishme takes him down. And 8-10. Ono's just saying how impossible it is for Paradox to be hit, and it does really seem that this man is coated in Kevlar right now, because he is not going down.
And from what went to a 5-round difference, we're now sitting only at 2. TCM clawing this one back, making sure that they do stay in this match, and maybe even close it off on a single map. Are they going to be pushing towards top ruins though with that AK? See if you can maybe get some long-range abilities out of that AK-47. We do see the first frag going down onto Hitch. There is another player over towards MG, just off to his left-hand side. Won't be able to do anything about that just yet. Rather just going to lay off around and see if he can maybe distract the players over there. Oh, there's a player right under his aim. Spray goes out. He notices a nade coming in. Why isn't he moving? He saw the arm from King going up in the air. It's not like King was just waving at him and saying, "What's up?" It was a nade. It was an explosive present. Now, we do see Myson. Final one to go down, which means TCM are 1 round away. Just 1 round away from drawing it up. And Western Wolves have got to be shanking, especially knowing that the lead they had.
Indeed, I'm going to have to go with Western Wolves players, see how they maybe adopt their play. Going to go with Fantasy. He hasn't been performing to the peak of his performance, I have to say. I think Chubi definitely the dominant presence with the SMG class. But still, let's see what he has to do. This is nailed out towards MG. Nothing connects to it, though, as he does bait out Rat Hole. No opening frags, but they have seen a massive stack. There's 4 players from Western Wolves on the B side, and rightfully so. TCM are coming straight into their claws. And I see spots one around Rat Hole. Honor does his work for him, though, as Chubi gets the frag, and Lubishmir, I don't even see him. Just the legs of a check. Do you get that frag? Suddenly we are in a 1v1. George and Ono, and what looked so good for Western Wolves. Lubishmir and George shattered that dream right there. Right there. Now, George hasn't been performing. He's off 5-13. He's really sitting at the bottom of the scoreboard and the server. So let's see if he can justify that score here versus Ono. What's Ono going towards MG? He does reveal himself as he does begin to move towards the mid area. Ono unaware that George has to retrieve that bomb. Whether or not he knows the positioning precisely, he knows it's going to be around that B side. So he holds it with the SMG. Taking his time, realises he's like, hang on, I've got an AK. He's got a plan. I make my way back to ruins, and rightfully so. Still, taking his time. George finally get that bomb, but the time is in the dregs of the time. We're on 20 seconds, and he's really going to have to get a wiggle on if he wants a chance of this round. George taking his time. Ono needs to look behind him, and he is. Oh, and this is going to be SMG v AK. Surely SMG is going to come out on top. Ono needs to get this frag, but George does it. Oh, Ono.
Why wasn't Ono pre-firing? He knew the player was there.
Idea.
That was so weird.
Oh no, on no.
Now that was a little bit weird for me, but he'll have to brush it off. He can't let that keep him down, because right now he is even with a team that only needs 1 map to beat them. So we'll be seeing TCM push forward and keep their stride, as Western Wolves cannot be moping around right now. They need to start picking up these rounds. Oh, we did see Hitch spot a foot. Will he be able to get a frag from it, though? It looks like he's tagged up Myson quite heavily. Myson's going to fall back, get himself some cover. I don't know if he's going to be able to re-peek, though. No, Myson actually dropped all the way down to bottom A, and rather just going to play it calm. George making his way into mid. Hitch takes down Ono. George just making sure. Well, it's Myson really gone. Maybe I should go have a look. Trying to catch the rotate off. Makes his way into towards bottom A. The whole of his team is over towards B side, but he's just so determined to go for this frag. Made loads of noise climbing that ladder, I think. And I'm not too sure if Myson heard it. Myson will actually be making his way towards the stairs. Yeah, he did. He is looking up. He's pretty sure that he heard someone climbing that ladder. Is it going to be following in suit, though? There's a big question. Myson takes out Paradox. King going to see if I can go find the reply. Needs to make sure that they go pick up the bomb. He cannot be running past this bomb right now. He's got a teammate in towards A. If they open up that A side, there we go. King needs to run back as quick as he can. Jump into that mid house. There we go. Retrieve the bomb and now to run across that silent one. There's one around red container, but the reply comes in from George. Very well predicted from him. I don't know if they're going to be able to reach that bomb, though. Oh, and he's messing up the jump. Froz is just outside mid. He's going to play it calm. He knows that the player's going to be running along that fence. And there we go. Done. Shot in the back. And Froz takes the round, which puts Western Wolves back into the lead. But they cannot mess up now. They need 1 more for the draw, 2 more for the win. And it'll push it to a second map, which is also the /3 one.
Alright then, Fantasy, let's see what you can do for me. He's going to be making his way towards mid, and I apologise, I genuinely didn't mean to rhyme then, for those of you that aren't happy with that. Still, Fantasy making his way towards A. I think Myson needs a hand, and I think it's an interesting assumption from Fantasy. It's once again TCM are opting for that B play. Chubi doing a lot of work, though, taking down Paradox very early on. Being heavily tagged, managed to get the regen as well. Ono with the fragment to Lubishmir. 5v2 now. Chubi once again. Chubi being a real presence for Western Wolves at the moment. 5 for 2, not 1 frag being exchanged for TCM. Finally, The round ends, actually. I thought a TCM frag occurred, but no, that was a great round for Tubi and the Western Wolves side, and now we do sit on 12-10, and they really, really are going to be fighting for this final round.
Definitely so. So, 2 more rounds in this one for TCM to try bring it to a draw, or 1 more round and Western Wolves will be pushing it to a second map. I don't think TCM are going to let it bother themselves too much about it if they don't win this one. Oh well, there's a second map, it's okay. Keep their heads high, keep their spirits high, and keep fighting on. But Chibi there, having his say, takes out 3 as Hitch also goes down. Fantasy denies the plant, and now we see Labashmir scratching his head as he went from flashed to being able to see that all 4 of his teammates were dead. And he's able to take out 1. Pre-firing towards front 8. Wants to go for that plant. Fakes it actually and crosses. Pretty sure his position would have been called if he peeks out here. That one was a little obvious there, Labashmir. Smoke's going to go out, and he's got to be careful that no one actually... Oh, it's actually a flash. No smoke from him.
He's just as surprised as you are.
He's going to realize that he won't be able to do too much with it. Ono coming in from top of that mid-roof, and we're going to be pushed to a second map here in the Grand Finals, and it will be Crossfire.
Oh, I think that's what everyone wanted, and I think you guys in chat, I'm sure you wanted to see a second map, and I think, like you said before, Dennis, TCM really aren't going to be bothered with that. They thought, yeah, we'll put our best effort in, but, you know, we're happy to take it to our map, and
they
they're really...
overstress themselves.
Exactly. Yeah, and it's Crossfire. We know what TCM are like with Crossfire. Then again, we also know how Western Wolves have been really quite dominant on this map in previous tournaments and previous games. So I think this is going to be quite a cracker.
Definitely so. I'm really looking forward to this one. It does look like these guys are going to take a little bit of a quick break, just go to the bathroom and grab themselves a drink. We're going to be doing the exact same thing. But thank you guys for joining us for the first map here at Quad V. We're bringing you guys live coverage of the Qnatek Summer Battle, where we have just seen Western Wolves taking the first map against Team Cooler Master Gaming. So it is 1-0, well 1-1 effectively, between anyone, and this is the deciding map. So do stick around, grab yourself a drink, and we'll be right back after these short words.